What up, guys? It's your boy LerdyWise back here again with another video. This time we're going to be checking out Death Battle, Ghost Rider versus Spawn. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you currently don't want to upload a video, please hit the notification bell as well. And have some gas. Leave your boy that like, alright? Appreciate you. I can honestly say I am more of a fan of Spawn than I am of Ghost Rider. That Spawn movie from the 90s, you know what I'm saying? With what is it, Michael J. White? And I never know how to pronounce his last name, but John Leguizamo, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But with John, you know what I'm saying? Man, I couldn't even tell you how many times I watched that movie as a kid. And I think, like I said, I think I had it on VHS. I think I had it on tape. So, you know what I'm saying? I had the VHS covered. It had Spawn sitting there. It was like flames around him. We had his suit on and shit. You know what I mean? They just Spawn in the text. You know what I mean? That was my shit. And then I think Ghost Rider, I do remember that movie with Nicolas Cage. Didn't they make a second movie? But I don't think it had Nick Cage in it, right? Am I tripping? I might be tripping on that. But I do remember that movie, but I think I had that movie on bootleg. If you're from the hood, you know about them bootlegs. You know about them bootleg movies. And I remember watching that a lot. I didn't think that was a bad movie. But I'd have to watch both of them now. Obviously, I think nostalgia would play more with Spawn, and I'll look at it even with Spawn's flaws, the movie's flaws, and still would fucking love it. But Ghost Rider, I felt like I would end up watching it and I would be picking at it and nitpicking certain things. But I need to go back and watch those two movies. Those would be some really good watches. But I have yet to watch the Spawn series that came on. I think it was on like HBO back in the day. I think I may have seen like one episode of that, but I remember that series. I just never got the opportunity to watch it. But now, you know what I'm saying, with streaming and stuff like that and availability and stuff, like I should be able to find that. I should be able to watch all the episodes, whatever, Ghost Rider, as far as I know, the only thing I really know about Ghost Rider is that movie. Like, I don't know anything about the comics. I don't know about all his powers or anything besides, you know, then they got the bike, flames, chain. Like, I don't know much. So this should be very interesting. I know Spawn he's very versatile with what he can do. So it's going to be an interesting battle. Because, like I said, I don't have a clue what Ghost Rider can do. But I have a decent knowledge on what Spawn can do. You know what I'm saying? So this should be interesting. I'm glad Death Battle is still pushing them out. You know what I'm saying? I know a few months back they were talking about, oh, the channel's not gonna be back down at the end of Death Battle, but it seems like they brought it back. So we gonna check this out, see what they got cooking, and yeah, man, let's get to it. All right, let's get it. All right, let's get to it.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn. The Spirit of Vengeance versus the Dark Angel of Armageddon. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
He's
And
Wiz
it's
and
our
I'm
job to analyze
Boomstick.
their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Johnny Blaze has always been a man possessed, chasing the thrill of certain doom by performing death-defying stunts, following the example of his adoptive father, Crash Simpson. Until the day Crash lived up to his name and got cancer, heartbroken, and without enough Wampa fruit to save him, Johnny turned to the only thing that could: chemotherapy. The devil. Oh! To cure Crash's cancer, Johnny sold his soul to Mephisto, king of the 8th layer of hell. Only for Crash to actually live up to his name right after. But instead of scooping up Johnny's soul, Mephisto had something else in mind. He bound Johnny to an instrument of divine wrath, Zarathos, the spirit of vengeance. So Johnny Blaze lived up to his name and burst into hellfire, an undead skeleton biker with a sick-ass hug, the 5th scariest Nick Cage performance, the Stuntman from hell.
The
He
5th
called
scariest
himself
Nick Cage's I'm sorry, that's funny. The 5th scariest Nick Cage performance. So hold on, before we get into that. What's the other 4? What's the other 4 scariest Nick Cage performances? Because Nick Cage, man, I fucking love Nick Cage, bro. Like, no cap, bro. National Treasure, Face Off. No, that's John Travolta. I'm thinking of Gone in 60 Seconds. That's John Travolta, right? Damn, what else was Nick Cage in? What's that one movie? It's not Air Force, but what the fuck is that movie called? You know what I'm talking about? It was the plane and stuff, and it was the prisoners. That movie. Nick Cage got some stuff under his belt, bro. Stop playing with him. And then he had the little Superman cameo. Come on, bro. Stop playing with Nick Cage, bro. Stop playing with Nick Cage, bro.
Sorry,
Stop
Johnny,
playing with
that's
Nick Cage, bro.
Okay, then how about the Ghost Rider?
Sure, we definitely didn't forget that we named a character the same thing only 5 years earlier. All you.
The Ghost Rider was bad news for Earth sinners and scumbags. He's strong enough to pull down.
Hold on. I like to read through this. Real name, Jonathan Johnny Blaze. Height, he's 6'2", 220 pounds. Former stunt cyclist bound with Zarathos, the spirit of vengeance. Former king of hell, fellow Ghost Rider alongside Danny Ketch and Robbie Reyes.
Skyscrapers, blow up mountains, and cause earthquakes that can be felt across whole countries.
Don't even think about fighting back. He can remake his whole body from the hellfire that engulfs him, making him immune to all physical damage. Only holy weapons that target his soul can harm him.
It's not just his body, his whole arsenal is.
There was a Ghost Rider game, wasn't there?
Anything you can think of, from an infinite stream of chains, a shotgun packed with fiery rounds, or a flaming missile barbed right out of it.
Okay, Damnation Stare, Demonic Magic, Hell Cycles, Hellfire, Mystic Chains, Penance Stare, Regenerative Healing, Sin and Soul Manipulation, and Superhuman Physique. Okay.
Life goals.
And he can imbue other objects with hellfire, such as his Hell Cycle.
Oh, this badass bike can outpace Thor's hammer Mjolnir, which can cross the universe in seconds.
Hellfire is a weapon in and of itself, whether shot out of his hands, raining down from the sky, or released from his...
His boner, Wiz. Get it? And it doesn't just scorch flesh. Hellfire is so deadly, it can burn away your very soul.
This technique would be mastered by Johnny's successor, his own brother, Danny Ketch.
Oh yeah, Johnny's not the only Ghost Rider, and Danny was the first to master their most famous move. You know, the one that burns your soul to smithereens with just a look? The Penance Stare.
The Penance Stare inflicts upon its victims every ounce of pain they ever wreaked upon others. Every cruelty, no matter how small or righteous, is reflected back. A biblical punishment.
Damn.
Obliterating your soul. It even works on other Ghost Riders, like when Johnny and Danny got into a staring contest and Danny actually depowered Johnny.
Eyes are windows to the soul, so the Ghost Rider must be able to match his victim's gaze for the Penance Stare to work. Some people have survived it, like the Punisher supposedly because he didn't regret his actions, but it did work on him on other occasions.
Well, Johnny can adjust how deadly it is, and it doesn't necessarily have to kill you. He can use the stare to read minds, force you to confess info, or just show you the error of your ways.
Remember, the Ghost Rider is two souls in one body, with the kinder Johnny battling the demon Zarathos in a war of control.
Classic Faustian bargain. All the power in the world, but if you want it, it uses you. Because if Johnny gives in, the demon's full might will take over, and then everything is screwed.
Zarathos' strength is boundless. He can open up portals between dimensions, control the elements, Penance Stare an entire city, and fly all the way to Asgard, which is a literal infinite distance away.
He's manhandled some of Marvel's heaviest hitters, like Thor, World War Hulk, and Doctor Strange. Hell,
Damn. Thor, Hulk, and Doctor Strange. Source of Ghost Rider's power, demonic Zarathos. Source of Ghost Rider's powers, demonic physiology, nature manipulation, magical energy manipulation. Other host, Alejandra Jones, The Hood, a single mother, Shrymir, Skyremir, Danger, Craven, and a brood. Possibly an angel.
Strange said Zarathos is a threat to all realms. mortal and immortal.
Hyperbole? Think again. The Archangel Zadkiel said that the power of the Ghost Rider could threaten all of existence, and even bring down heaven itself.
Right
Damn.
before an army of Ghost Riders did just
Hold
that.
on, if it's a demon that strong, why don't the devil just send him up there? Like, what's up? You know what I mean? And I ain't trying to get all biblical or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? If you got a demon that strong, like, man, just send him to the gates of heaven. Like, hey, y'all ain't got nothing on me. You know what I'm saying? But that's another topic. That's another topic.
Yeah, an army. The spirits of vengeance are legion.
As far back as the Great Flood, humans have been bonded to the vestiges of God's power to act as his divine wrath on Earth. A sort of heavenly black ops.
Okay, wait, does that make Zarathos an angel now? Or is he still a demon?
Both? Neither? Despite being one of the greatest entities in existence, it's unclear. What we do know is that ages ago, Zarathos feasted on souls and battled Mephisto for rulership of his realm. Mephisto, ever the trickster, claimed victory and gained control of Zarathos forevermore. Hence how he could bond him to Johnny.
But Zarathos got his revenge against that big red bitch with another Ghost Rider, Alejandra Jones. Bet you wish you had one more day to fix that hole in your chest, huh?
Comic book fan punching bag though he may be, Mephisto is unbelievably powerful. A battle with him could cause omniversal Armageddon, fitting as his fight with Galactus rents the cosmos asunder.
And Galactus' fights can destroy all of Marvel's infinite multiverse. That's the kind of awesome power at Zarathos' disposal. Total cosmic annihilation.
So it was no surprise when Johnny went down to the underworld and took Hell's throne for himself, usurping the devil that ruined his life and finally grabbing destiny by the handlebars.
Scoring the total power of hell itself, plus a sick-ass upgrade, the Damnation Stare, which skips the whole every pain you've ever inflicted thing and just sends you straight to hell. No shot.
As they say though, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Johnny began an obsessive crusade to capture all of Hell's escaped demons.
Okay, Elspeth Mjolnir survived battling World War. That's a feat. World War Hulk ain't nothing to play with. Use penance stare on a whole city? Damn, even your auntie, your grandma, your little nephew getting a penance stare? Hot damn. Took a missile that would have destroyed the angel Saint Michael. A missile? Destroying an angel? Really? That's crazy. Fought the Avengers all of the Avengers? To a standstill? Okay. Defeated Doctor Strange, Mephisto, Noel the Living Darkness, and Zadkiel. The comics go deep. I have to say that. The comics go deep. Oh my God. It's feats that you would just never even think of. Like, niggas is eating planets and then throwing them up and then like rebirthing it and then like destroying it again and then making another planet and then going to destroy another planet, combining two planets and then fucking that planet and then like it's like what's going on in the comics, bro? Like, what's going on? What's going on?
Hell, he began absorbing their evil, feeding off of it, and it corrupted him. Once again, Johnny Blaze was a man possessed.
In truth, Johnny was just as trapped by Hell's power as he'd always been, and he needed Danny's help to pull him out of the darkness.
Though he gave up Hell's throne, the Ghost Rider continues his war against demons without and within, mentoring his fellow Ghost Riders in the ways of vengeance, always prowling the highways for the evil and the profane.
An unstoppable engine of judgment that with
So hold on, did Ghost Rider have a show?
Galactus himself shit his pants.
Maybe one day he'll find salvation in the eyes of one of his victims.
Cause they sure as hell won't find any in his.
Did Ghost Rider have his own show?
Sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
I'm gonna just say I'm not on Robin Hood. I'm on Acorns. I just gotta throw that. I gotta throw that out there.
If Al Simmons was one thing,
And my boy.
killer.
A lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army and the CIA's most decorated assassin, Simmons upheld democracy.
He got hold in that movie though.
Barrel of a gun, painting the third
He
world
got hold in
white
that
and
movie.
blue, but mostly red.
Until his final fateful mission when, per his boss's orders, Al was fired.
The burning was only getting started because Al's immortal soul was on a one-way trip.
He
to
got
hell.
hold.
He cut a deal with Malvolio.
That man threw a cigar on that nigga, bro. Sprayed him with sprayed that nigga with flammable fluid and threw a cigar on his ass, bro. That's insane, bro.
The burning was only getting started.
That movie's so hard, bro. I don't care what you say. That movie hard.
Where he cut a deal with Malvosia, the big naked lord of the 8th circle of hell.
By their pact, Simmons would be reborn a Hellspawn, a superpowered commander of Hell's armies, in exchange for seeing his wife one more time.
Oh, buddy, you're just asking to get monkey's bud.
Al Simmons returned.
That's love right there, boy.
As a decaying zombie 5 years later, after his wife had already remarried and had a daughter.
There.
I gotta watch that series,
Now
bro.
get back to work, bitch.
Thus was born the undead warrior from hell itself.
I gotta watch that series, bro.
So 90s that he comes all the way back.
Okay, Ghost Rider was like 6'2", right? Albert Francis Simmons, alias Lieutenant Colonel Hellspawn, AI, the sad man, height, you know what I'm saying, 6'3", 400 pounds? Jesus. Former CIA assassin bound with the K7 Letha? Hold on. They said it here. Hold on. Sorry.
Boss's orders.
I gotta get my facts right.
Fired.
The burning was only getting started because Al's immortal soul was on a one-way trip to hell.
Where he cut a deal with Malvosia, the big naked lord
See, it
of
said
the 8th circle
Malvosia.
of hell.
By their pact, Simmons would be reborn a Hellspawn, a superpowered commander of Hell's armies, in exchange for seeing his wife one more time.
One more time. He trying to hit that one more time, bro.
Al Simmons
He trying to hit that one more time.
as a decaying zombie 5 years later, after his wife had already remarried and had a daughter.
There.
Damn.
Saw her. Now get back to work, bitch.
Thus was born the undead warrior from hell itself, Spawn.
He's so 90s that he could.
Okay. Bound with K7 Letha, a neural parasite, former king of hell, longest running independent comic book character.
Comes all the way
That's
back
a feat.
around to be
That's
the
a feat.
coolest thing ever.
That's a
Look
feat.
upon his
Independent
head,
comic.
wizard,
That's a
and
feat.
despair.
Spawn would violently defend New York's downtrodden, while slowly uncovering the full breadth of his demonic powers.
He's like a walking superpower encyclopedia. He can fly, teleport, turn invisible and intangible, move things with his mind, make force fields, control the elements and the weather, and even stop time. Speaking of time, he can fly so fast, he literally breaks into other dimensions and smashes time as a concept.
He can manipulate matter, shape-shifting his own body or transmuting other objects and people. He can even control and absorb your soul.
Wait, Wiz, if he can rearrange molecules and crap, why doesn't he just fix his uggo face?
Well, he tried to do that, but Malvosia cursed him so that he could only make himself, yeah.
Oh, it's
Damn.
trolling like that.
Damn, I didn't know that. Your powers is so strong, but you're not strong enough to turn yourself back black. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is insane. That is insane. That is insane.
In hell.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Can achieve a similar result with illusions and mental manipulation. He can read and control minds.
That's crazy,
manipulate and
though.
replace
That's crazy.
memories, or simply drive you mad.
Spawn can do all of this crazy shit
Okay,
because he runs.
let's read this. Body manipulation powers. Body manipulation, intangibility, invisibility, shape-shifting, transmutation, regeneration, elemental manipulation, energy. Hey, we spitting. Energy absorption, flight, mental manipulation, necromancy, necroplasm, sin and soul manipulation, teleportation, time manipulation, weather manipulation. Boy, we spitting bars, bro. Put me against Wayne, bro.
Basically, hell juice.
You're not wrong. Necroplasm is the energy that makes up hell itself. Al's undead body is composed of 400 pounds of it.
He can wield it like an energy blaster empowered by the sins of others. Spawn can absorb your evil and feed off of it. By simply walking on Earth, Spawn feels all of humanity's pain all at once.
He
Damn.
can absorb the sins of 8 million New Yorkers instantly, cleansing them of their evil.
Like Jesus?
Or he can do the reverse and make you experience the full weight of your own sins, feeling every bit of pain you've ever inflicted on others over your whole life.
Like some sort of penance.
Though Spawn's necroplasm
Give me a second. Sorry. Had a phone call. Very important phone call. So let's get back to it though.
Yeah, he's got a limited amount of the stuff, and it drains every time he uses his powers. If he runs out, he's dragged back to hell.
Even depowered, Spawn can rely on his elite military training in hand-to-hand combat. He's even fought Batman to a standstill.
And as befits his past profession,
That's a feat. That's a feat. Batman know. That nigga know how to fight. You fight Batman to a standstill, nigga? Like, say, man, you got them hands. You got them motherfucking hands, bro. Like, that's a feat. That's a feat. That's a
he
feat.
loves his big-ass 90s guns.
Though his greatest weapon
That's
is the
a feat.
sentient being he's genetically and spiritually bonded to, his cloak. Letha of the 7th House of K.
You ever wonder why his cape's red?
Letha.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, now you are, and it's red because it's made from the apple Eve ate in the Garden of Eden. It's literally made of original sin. Oh, and also the souls of a million sinners, including everyone.
I didn't know that. His cape is made from literal sin. That's crazy. From the apple, that's crazy. That's insane, actually.
Victims, also a touch of vampire for good measure.
K7 Letha is constantly evolving. It can act independently to defend Spawn with an infinite stream of change.
What is this? His arsenal. Okay. Agony Axe, Chains of Hell, Godfruit Guns, AK-830 rocket, so I'm assuming an AK-47, 830 rocket launcher, Brimstone Cannon, Burst Missile Launcher, Madcap Submachine Gun, Necroplasma Gun, Sawed-Off Shotgun, K7 Letha, and then Sword of the Spirit. That man got an arsenal.
Into weapons, or drain people of their power. It is the most potent weapon Hell has ever created.
It even helped Spawn beat the primordial dark god Urizen, who can destroy and eat your soul with just a glare.
Except the souls bonded to Spawn acted as a buffer, allowing him to survive.
You'd think with an arsenal like that, he'd be unstoppable. But Hellspawns have a weakness to holy weapons and can be killed permanently if decapitated by one.
Though Spawn has managed to survive this in the past. No, Spawn's greatest weakness is his own, how do I put this, stupidity.
So Spawn fought this angel lady, Angela. Great name for an angel. She had this dimensional lance that could wipe Hellspawn out of existence, and Spawn got it. But instead of, being cautious around a mysterious angel weapon that hurts him, he just had to push the big shiny button and activate it on himself.
And so, Spawn was forever destroyed, until he reconfigured reality to undo his own inexistence.
There we are, good as new. That has to be the first time we've seen someone accidentally kill themselves and survive.
On his quest as Hell's greatest warrior, Spawn has defeated a serial killer ice cream man, a demonic clown, and even his old boss remade by Heaven into an anti-Spawn. He's even encountered other Hellspawn.
Killing bad guys might seem counterintuitive if you work for a Hell Lord, but it actually just adds more souls to Malvosia's army. An army Spawn would have to lead in a war with Heaven that'd kill all of humanity.
Because the reason Malvosia chose...
But in the movie, he killed like all that army, right?
It was because Al had proven that he was the best at taking orders.
All his life and all his death, Al was nothing more than a hired gun.
But he knew it, and he would do so no more.
So Spawn marched down to hell and ripped Malvosia's head off. With a scream so loud it echoed through all of reality, Spawn became the king of the 8th circle of hell.
As king, Spawn is literally a part of hell itself, gaining...
Hell King Spawn constantly increases in power, giant form, omnipotent in hell, soul obliteration, divine spawn, angelic wings granted by the monster of existence, regeneration, and reality reconfiguration. Okay.
access to an unlimited pool of energy that increases 100-fold with every heartbeat. He's effectively omnipotent in there, and strong enough to challenge other Hell Lords like Mammon and Satan.
He got so strong, the only thing left was to finally resolve the war between heaven and hell.
But Spawn needed help from the being who created this god and Satan to begin with, the mother of existence, Gaia.
She wasn't cool with her kids being total assholes, so she appointed Spawn to be the universe's savior.
By eating the fruit from the Tree of Life, Spawn became truly divine,
capable of battling God and Satan in a stalemate for eternity that extinguished all life on Earth.
And each of them are powerful enough to create and control infinitely sized universes.
Spawn broke the stalemate by letting God and Satan destroy him, only for Gaia to separate the two from the reality they threatened.
Then, just like that time with the Lance, Spawn respawned and recreated the Earth. Poof, good as new.
Finally freed of the weight of heaven and hell, Al asked to
See,
be
this is what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about with comics, bro. They do, and like, what am I to do with this information, bro? Like, how do you top the next superhero, bro? How do you top the next superhero, bro? This nigga literally destroyed Earth and recreated it. Like I said, fuck the planet, and then recreate it. Like, and I get it, bro. Comics are great. Like, I haven't read like pretty much any comic in my life, maybe one or two. To just tell me that somebody literally went to a stalemate with God himself. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Recreated the entire world, closed all the dead zones created by God, tore a hole in the space-time continuum, survived and rewrote his own unexistence. Think about that. Stated to be the strongest Hellspawn, matched God and Satan in divine form, defeated Melbolgia, Satan, Mammon, Urizen, Anti-Spawn, and Violator.
born as a human,
Like,
but he knew in his heart he deserved
how do you
to carry
explain
on his undead
comic
penance.
shit? How do you explain comic
He's
shit,
the
bro?
creature of the 90s, Wiz. He won't be happy unless he can hastily brood over the injustice of his own existence.
Though if you threaten the alley he calls home, beware, because Spawn will turn whatever's left of your life into a living hell.
That boy Spawn, though. That boy
This
Spawn,
battle is sponsored by
though.
DraftKings Casino.
If the slots are
Bro, I don't care about DraftKings, bro. I'm actually thinking about going to Prize Picks, bro. Calm down.
ends March 16th, 2025, 7:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
Matter of fact,
All right.
this video is sponsored by Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Take the blast.
The combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for one hell of a death battle!
One hell of a death battle. I get the pun. Hold on. Before we start this, I gotta think about this. Because they both got some feats and they both do crazy shit. For being something created in hell, which, you know what I'm saying? If we thinking about it, God is supposed to be the ultimate, right? So it's like, if hell can do this much damage, it's like, you know what I mean? So, I feel like I'm still gonna give it to Spawn just because I just like Spawn more. And it feels like they gave him some crazy, like he literally recreated his own unexistence. Like, how do you beat that? You know what I'm saying? Like, this almost feels like an unfair fight because this nigga could just bring himself back with Tom. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with Spawn. I'm gonna go with Spawn on this. I'm sorry. That's my boy. That's my boy, man. 90s child, bro. I'm a 90s kid, bro. I'm sorry. And don't get me wrong, Ghost Rider is still 90s as well, but that movie came out in the 2000s, so, you know what I mean? I'm a 90s baby, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it to Spawn, bro. Plus, he black. I'm sorry, bro. He black. You know what I mean? He black. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on, man. I can't go against the brothers, man.
Something's coming. If it wants a piece of me, there'll be hell to pay.
Go back to the pit you squirmed from, Hellspawn.
Make me
Hold on, what's that little timer they put?
make me
Put a little timer up there. Oh, he gonna eat those. Ghost Rider gonna eat any bullets.
If you care, it's nothing personal. Vengeance calls.
See, by them adding this little timer. Come on, man. Infinite songs, bro. Come on, man.
Welcome to hell. Be damned. Yes, you will.
Get over here.
The vestments of the holy cannot disguise your wickedness. God forbid. Al Simmons, your sins are innumerable. I am here to wreak vengeance upon your soul. I eat sin for breakfast. Have a taste of your own goddamn medicine. It's like you said, nothing personal, asshole.
Spawn, bro. I'm telling you.
Literally,
I'm telling
this
you.
is a nail-biter of a battle that pitted Ghost Rider's immeasurable power against Spawn's skill and versatility. Let's break this down into 4 categories.
First up, power. Divine Spawn could match God and Satan, who could create universes.
That's what I'm saying.
Similar in scale to Ghost Rider's bouts with a lot of the powerhouses in Marvel.
But Zarathos was different. Remember, his power can match that of Mephisto and Galactus, who can threaten all of Marvel's infinite cosmic reality, far greater than any cosmos Spawn has ever affected. Even though Spawn's battled and defeated Satan in more recent comics, implying he's retained a level of power similar to his divine form, he couldn't match Zarathos in power alone.
Ghost Rider may take power, but remember, Johnny actively resists Zarathos' influence, so Spawn may have had time in the fight to learn and adapt to Ghost Rider before he went full Blue Fury.
And Spawn definitely had the edge in skill. He spent decades in military combat and is a master martial artist, whereas Johnny more so relies on his invincibility.
The ultimate dream power for a stuntman. Even with his crazy powers, Ghost Rider was a lot more direct than Spawn, pretty much entirely focused on attacking the soul.
Which doesn't bode well for his versatility. Spawn can stop time, manipulate matter, turn intangible, control minds, warp reality. The Ghost Rider had a much more limited arsenal by comparison. Spawn had a huge advantage in this category.
Though with his invincibility, way greater power, and the ability to scorch your soul to nothing, Ghost Rider could score the win through brute force, right?
Not exactly. The last piece of the puzzle is their resistances. Basically, who was harder to kill. Spawn's constant mainlining of humanity's collective sin and pain meant he could survive attacks on his soul, including the Penance Stare, just like he resisted a very similar attack from Urizen.
Best of all, remember the time he rewrote reality to undo his own inexistence?
There was nothing the Ghost Rider could do to overpower that. And that time with the Lance wasn't planned, it was purely instinctual. He could replicate it any time he wanted, like in his fight with God and Satan.
So how do you put Spawn down for good? Well, you can't. At least Johnny and Zarathos couldn't.
Unlike how Ghost Rider's soul has been vulnerable to attack before, like when Danny used the Penance Stare to depower Johnny.
This sort of thing actually happens a lot, even in recent comics. The whole reason Johnny and Zarathos are bonded in the first place is because Zarathos' soul was manipulated by Mephisto.
And not only does Spawn have plenty of experience manipulating souls, he can replicate the effect of the Penance Stare itself.
And just think about that. A penance stare on Zarathos would mean he's feeling the pain from every penance stare that he's ever done. A penance squared.
The Damnation Stare, on the other hand, actively helped Spawn, sending him to hell where he gets a literal infinite power boost.
And it wasn't just Spawn's soul powers that had spelled trouble. He had other ways to bypass Ghost Rider's immortality too, like transmutation, rewriting reality, or just straight up stealing his powers, which has worked on multiple Ghost Riders in the past.
Giving Spawn the final edge.
Damn.
Zarathos was almost unbeatable, a massive power advantage, soul destruction, immortality, but Spawn could counter everything thrown at him, and was too unkillable for Zarathos' strength advantage to matter in the long run against his crazier abilities.
That was one hell of a fight, and at least Johnny went out in a blaze of glory.
The winner is
Spawn.
Next time
Yeah, I
on
ain't gonna
Death
lie to
Battle.
you.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Oh, no, hold on now, damn, hold on now, calm down. Damn, we ain't got to that point yet. Chillax. That was good, man. That was juicy. I knew Spawn was gonna win, bro. He just has powers that are just unmatched right now. But to see defeats by Ghost Rider 2 was crazy as well. So like I said, I want to rewatch the Ghost Rider movie and the Ghost Rider movie and the Spawn movie again, just to see how I feel about them now, being like a 33-year-old man. You know, at the time that I probably last seen them, I was probably around like 13, 14. I want to say I was definitely like a teenager, because I don't think I had seen them in my 20s. If I did, it was in like some passing type vibes, like wasn't really watching it, just kind of like, oh, that's on, you know what I mean? But I'm on my phone or something, you know, just different times. But I knew Spawn was gonna take that. It just felt inevitable. It just felt inevitable. Yeah, man. Death Battle at it again, man. But I still got quite a few that I need to like catch up on, because they got Kratos versus Asura, they got the Among Us versus the Fall Guys, Bowser versus Eggman, the Omni-Man versus Bardock. It's quite a few of them that I need to catch up on. So, you know, if I can get myself together and get on a regular schedule to upload, we'll get there. But right now I got a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? I got my kid on the way and stuff like that. Baby's healthy heartbeat, and you know, it's a blessing. So look out for more information on that. And yeah, man, shout out to Death Battle, man. Keep with it, man. I hope to see 100 more episodes of Death Battle. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, if you fucks with my reaction, please leave a like. Do not leave a dislike. Please leave a comment down there somewhere for your boy. And please hit that subscribe button, man. And if you currently know when I upload a video, please hit the notification bell as well. And yeah, man. Shout out Death Battle, man. Real talk. That's like one of the greatest series on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just putting two similar, you know what I'm saying, type characters together and putting them in a battle, doing their research from the comics to the movies to the TV shows to what they can find on the characters. It's amazing work. But anyway, if you watch the entire video, if you just watched a second, if you just kind of skip through, appreciate you. And yeah, man, we're gonna get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all checking out the video. I hope y'all have a good one. Love you guys. I'm out this hoe. Deuces.